Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to the Most High and His only begotten Son. Call and La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkakwadash. Double honors to the Apostles, Elders, Greg Millstone, who rule and teach well, Wabarakathon, to the whole full elect. Alright, now today through the Spirit, you want to go into a quick video entitled, Greater Evil Shall Come. Worse times will come. You see? Because as time magnifies, as prophecy unfolds more and more, it's going to get more and more harder to bear, to endure. You see? And the reason being is because we're almost out of Babylon the Great being America. The Lord is destroying the staff of the wicked. His power is being in smoke. Just like the Lord did the ancient Egyptian empire, He's doing it to this modern empire. You see? The Lord is bringing those plagues and also other discomforts. You see, and for those who want to continue to try and have a spot in this world, it's gonna hit them even worse. That's why the scriptures speak on let go from the mortal thoughts, like death thoughts. All these things we see are temporary. They're not gonna endure. When the Lord sets the kingdom up, all this stuff we see is gonna be burned up and destroyed. You see? Seeing that's 2 Peter 3rd chapter, 11th verse. Seeing then all these things should be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness. And when it says conversation, it's talking about how you conduct yourself. How do you conduct yourself in a holy manner? By you obeying these scriptures. That's how you separate from the rest of this world. You govern yourself with the scriptures. You see, you steer your mind by way of the scriptures. You see? That's how you be holy. While everybody else go off of their own lust and goes after the course of this world. You see? But the course this world is always talking about is going to be dissolved. You see? All this whole infrastructure is not going to make it. It's not going to endure. You see, it's temporary. That's why the scriptures say, store our treasures in heavens. You see? Matthew 6 chapter. Because if your treasure is here, it's going to be taken away from you shortly. In these times that we're approaching. All these men that have a so-called status, it's not going to matter because the internet is going to be shut off. All these people who have a lot of money, that's not going to matter either because Esau is getting ready to do away with money. He's going to have that universal basic income. You see, which is going to make it where he has complete control over your money, your transactions, your body, and everything. He's going to put that charagma inside of you. And when that happens, you basically don't have no control over your finances, no control over your health or anything no more at that point. And that's what Esau is trying to do. He's trying to put that charagma inside of you people and take away all the so-called, people are very dependent on Esau, but he's trying to make you be fully dependent on him. Everybody. You see, but the elect are not going to bend the knee. They're not going to submit to him. But all these people who have a spot in this world who think they on a certain type of level, they're going to be forced to take that charagma. And if you don't take the charagma, you'll be thrown inside FEMA camps. And you won't be able to do anything in this society. So that's the time period we're approaching. And a lot of people are not ready for that. You see? A lot of people are getting weary right now. Bugging out right now. About World War III and all these different things. Well, it's going to be more greater evils. We're at the beginning of the war. We're at the beginning of the sicknesses and plagues. You see, it's going to get worse. So that's why scriptures say, let go from 2 Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. You see? Death thoughts. You see? Looking at the sight of everything versus looking at the bigger picture. It says, for greater evils than these shall come. For yet greater evils shall come. It says, set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, for yet greater evils shall come, man. You see? greater bad times is gonna come as time goes on. Inflation is gonna rise, spike up even higher. You see, war is gonna stir up even higher because America is jumping in to help Israel with Iran. America was helping Ukraine, which, you know, Russia ain't really even trying to apply pressure on them like that. Russia ain't trying to destroy the land. Russia can smoke the shit out of Ukraine easily. You see? But they want to keep the land good because they just want to take it over. But all these different things are building blocks into the World War III actually kicking off. You know, everybody's choosing their side. They're picking their side on this war. You know, Iran, Russia on the same side. Even China's gonna stop back them. You see? And then you have the so-called NATO, which NATO is gonna, a lot of these European Union, NATO and EU, a lot of these European Union countries are gonna turn against America, according to prophecy, Revelation 17. The horn shall hate the whore. So we're getting ready to see that happen. You see, so it's gonna be greater evils that's gonna happen. You see, so for us, you know, we're in the know. You know, speaking to myself first and foremost, we got to make sure we're in the right mindset, understanding that, you know, yeah, we're going through hell right now, but it's going to get worse. So you guys just man up and endure, because it's only going to get worse as time goes on. And you know, the Lord's still dealing with us and everything, but we're still going to feel it too. You know, we're gonna feel the squeeze the Lord putting on his place. You know, we're gonna feel these different plagues of these people around us. We're going to be here in the midst of famine. We're going to be here in the midst of war stirring up, sedition among men, Egyptian against Egyptian. That's Isaiah 19. And that's already happening in a small scale right now too. These migrants coming over here. And people disagree about that. Some people are fighting about that. Some people want migrants here, some people don't. A lot of countries. You see? So all this stuff that we see happening is only going to get worse as time goes on. So we got to gird up our minds and be ready. And of course, you know, through faith, Yahweh Shai going to make sure we good. But sometimes our spirit gets to the point where we might get weary and all that. But at the end of the day, we got to realize that it's only going to get worse. You know, we got to just, hey, gird up our loins and be men. Show ourselves to be men. Prove ourselves to the Lord. Just believe anyway, regardless of what scenarios we're going to have to go through or what hell we catching. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get easier. You see? That's why the scriptures say, endure hardness as good soldiers. You see? That's 2 Timothy 2 in verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier. You see, it says, no man at war entangleth himself with the affairs of his life. You see, that he may please him that have chosen him to be a soldier. So we can't be all entangled with all his worldly affairs. That's those mortal thoughts. That's those things most heavy unto us, burdensome. Our families and our woman is burdensome. You know, because our families and everything, they really don't want Babylon to be destroyed like that. You know, they don't really seek the kingdom as hard as we do. So they're a burden. You know, with the exception of certain brothers, but most brothers, they family don't want to. They family cool here, you know. Not to say the Lord can, you know, allow them to still make it through a brother. If the kids are under 12, or you know, his wife sticks with him. But a lot of these families, you know, we have, they really want the world to keep going on. They really don't believe that the Lord will destroy this place, and they don't want it to happen. So we gotta have that understanding and know, hey, your family gonna be in that spirit of trying to stay here, but we gotta stay on our watch, stay on our. We can't let that burden they have on you make you, you know, your woman might want you to be some type of all under her all the time, and be some type of family, you know, good husband ass nigga or something like that. Which really, being a man, you just gotta provide, lead, and protect. That's all. But on this world, this westernized way of thinking, it teaches you that you gotta do all this extra shit. That's unnecessary. And that's a woman will, you know, your woman will try and put that spirit on you sometimes. You know, trying to, why are you so, you don't spend enough time with me and all that, whatever the case may be. All that shit is a burden. You see, and we gotta, hey, put that shit to the side, man. or even your so-called position, a spot in this world. That's something that's heavy, a heavy thought. Some brothers want to, have some good status. You want to have a good amount of, you want to have that bag, some money. Well, our money is about to be at attack, and it's gonna get worse. That pressure might be on brothers, but the Lord is making sure we got enough to, make our living and everything. But a lot of brothers, our pockets are at attack, because guess what? We're in these plagues. It's inflation happening. Certain jobs might be losing hours, so on and so forth. But it's only going to get worse. You see, but the Lord is making sure we're good because we believe on Him and we serve Him. So the Lord is going to sustain us and allow us to be able to still make it. It says, "Be not weary, for the day of trouble and heaviness is at hand." But the Lord said He'll deliver us, man. In 2 Ezra 16. You see, I will deliver you from the same, man. So it's we good. These evils are gonna grow, but we gotta stay meditating on that, on the kingdom, meditating on the salvation. And the Lord gonna make sure we're good through these evils, but the evils are gonna increase. It's not gonna go no. Hey, the scripture say the plagues are sent, and who may kindle it? In 2 Ezra 16, around like the, I think 6 verse, 7 verse, it goes into the fire is kindled. So all these different plagues, all these different things the Lord is doing. As it says in 2 Ezra 15, He will plague Egypt again. We're in that spiritual Egypt right now. And the Lord is sending these plagues on this place, and it's not going to get no easier. So we got within us knowing that, we got to get our mind right. Speaking to myself first and foremost, we got to make sure we on point. Shit ain't finna get easier. Lord ain't finna let up on the plagues. The Lord finna bring it even harder. Even more sicknesses on these people. Even more judgments happening. Even more inflation. Even more war. Even more sedition among men. Even more demons hopping on our family and our close ones, and we gotta endure it as soldiers and stay believing regardless of what we gotta go through. You see, because it's only gonna get worse. The scriptures say we're gonna be in a time like never before seen upon the planet Earth. That's Jacob's trouble. You see, a time of tribulation such as not since the earth was formed or shall be, loosely paraphrasing. So it's going to be as no other time on the planet Earth, man. You see, there's been times like 70 AD. We had the transatlantic slave trade, right? We had the Assyrians coming against the Northern Kingdom. You had the Spaniards coming against the Northern Kingdom. You had the dark plagues, the bubonic plagues, right? And so on and so forth. You had so many evils happen on the earth. The flood, the second death. The first death, which is the flood. The second death is going to be worse. You see? So the Lord said this tribulation we're going to go through now is going to be worse. Even the famines that the Lord brought on the Northern Kingdom, man. 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. Right? It's going to be worse than that. So, hey, man, we're in a time period where we just got to get ready to endure. And just lock in our faith and belief on Yahweh Bashem Shai. Continue to be obedient and believe. And that's it. And the Lord going to make sure He going to see us through all these different evils. It's going to happen, but it's going to get worse. It's not going to get easier. So our mindset got to be, okay, let me stop. Because our spirit, we're in the flesh. We don't get weary at times. But when we get weary, we got to get in that mindset of understanding that it's going to get worse. I got to get stronger because it ain't going to get no easier, man. Fasting, praying, and just locking in the spirit on where we need to lock in on. Speaking to myself first and foremost, because it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. The demons that we got to battle are going to get harder. It's going to be more plagues and stuff that's going to be in Babylon the Great. You see, and we still got to believe, man. So, hey, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'd like to end it off by saying, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Work Akwadash, double honors to the apostle elders, great millstone, rule, chief swell, Kwame Shalom.